Good morning, class 9. Welcome to the 6th e-learning session of SST, and in this session we are going to discuss about the Indian desert. Okay, let us start with this. The Indian desert lies towards the western margin of the Aravalli hill. As you can see in the picture, okay, this side is your west, this is your east. Okay, so this is your Aravalli hills. Okay, now the desert region lies towards the western margin of the Aravalli hill. So you can locate where is the desert. Okay, now it is an undulating sandy plain covered with sand dunes. Now suppose this is your plain. Okay, now undulating means high, up, down, up, down, up, like the deposition of sands goes like this in the desert, and small hills are found. These are called sand dunes. These are the important features in the desert region. Okay, now the next point is this region receives very low rainfall below 150 mm, that is millimeter per year. Okay, that means it is a very less amount of rainfall. That is why the region has become deserted, or we can call it as the arid region. It has arid climate with low vegetation cover. It means that the region has got very less vegetation. Now arid climate means the region experiences very high temperature, and the rainfall or the availability of water in the region is very less, which causes the region to become arid. Arid means where there is very less vegetation. Okay, the next one is streams appear during the rainy season. It means that when the rainfall occurs, the small streams are formed in the desert. This is called the apparent or the temporary streams of the desert. Okay, soon they disappear in the sand as they do not have enough water to reach the sea. Now, as I told you that it is a temporary stream, this is because the stream disappears before it reaches the sea. The reason is that the surface water cannot flow for a longer time because it is absorbed and soaked inside the sand. The sand cannot hold the water, as we all know that, and the water percolates deep inside, and the river vanishes before reaching the stream vanishes before reaching the sea. Okay, Lune is the only largest river in this region. Now in the desert of Rajasthan we have got a source of water, that is the river Lune. It is the only river which is the largest river in the state of Rajasthan. Okay, now let us understand the next point. Birchins covers large area, but longitudinal dunes becomes more prominent near the Indo-Pakistan boundary. Now birchins means the Christian shaped dunes. Some of the areas which is covered with the deposition of sand becomes like this. The shape becomes like this. Okay, this is your Christian shape. When the wind blows from here, it take away the sand from here, and this shape is left. Okay, this shape is called as the Christian shaped dunes. Okay, now this is also known as birchins. Okay, this kind of dunes are called the Christian shaped dunes. Okay, now the next one is the longitudinal dunes are prominent near the Indo-Pak, that is Indo-Pakistan boundary. At the boundary of India and Pakistan, you will find there are some deposition of sand dunes, and those are the longitudinal sand dunes, as you can see in this picture. Okay, now another important thing about this place of Rajasthan is the Jaisalmer. Jaisalmer is one of the most beautiful city of Rajasthan. If you visit Rajasthan, okay, you do visit in the place called Jaisalmer, where you can find the birchins. Okay, you will be able to view the scene of birchins in the Rajasthan. A group of birchins can be seen in the place called Jaisalmer of Rajasthan. Okay, now let us understand about the coastal plains. Okay, the peninsular plateau is flanked by the stretch of narrow coastal strips running along the Arabian Sea in the west, that is this side, and the Bay of Bengal in the east. These are the narrow strips. Okay, this one. These are the narrow strips. These are the coastal plains that flanks along the peninsular plateau. This is the peninsular plateau, and these plains are called the coastal plains. Now let us understand the western coastal plain first, and then we will learn about the eastern coastal plain. Let us discuss this. From western coastal plain, let us understand the western coast sandwiched between the Western Ghat and the Arabian Sea is a narrow plain. Now broad means this is big, and narrow you can say, you can think this is narrow and this is broader. Okay, so here the coastal plain of the western side is very narrow. It's a small plain. Okay, it's a narrow plain. Okay, now it is sandwiched between Western Ghat and Arabian Sea. This side it is water, and this side it is a hill. Between these two, the narrow strip of land, that is plain, is been sandwiched between the two and has become narrow. Okay, so this is called the western coastal plain. Now it consists of three sections. The first one is northern part, the second one is the central stretch, and the third one is southern stretch. Let us understand this. The northern one is your Konkan coast, which starts from Mumbai of Maharashtra and goes to Goa. Okay, that means from Mumbai of Maharashtra to Goa, this whole region is your Konkan coast. The next one is Kannada plain, which lies between this Konkan coast and Malabar coast. Okay, the third one is Malabar coast, which lies here. Okay, the central stretch is your Kannada, and the southern stretch is your Malabar coast. So these are the three coasts of the western coast. Okay, now let us understand about the eastern coastal plain. Okay, eastern coastal plain on the east. The plains along the Bay of Bengal are wider and level. Now in comparison with the western side, the eastern coastal plain are wider and it is closer to the Bay of Bengal. Okay, now eastern coastal plains has been divided into two types, that is the northern part and southern part. The northern part of the eastern coastal plain are referred as the northern circus, and the southern part is referred as the Coromandel coast. This is the northern part and this is the southern part. Okay, this is called as northern circus and this is the Coromandel coast. In this region, there are some important rivers that flows towards the Bay of Bengal and has formed the deltas out there. Okay, these rivers are Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri. Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri, the four rivers which flows in the Bay of Bengal. Okay, these rivers have formed extensive delta on the coast. As I said, they have formed the extensive deltas on the coast. Now in this region, one of the important feature is the Chilka Lake, which is situated in Odisha, and in the southern portion of the Mahanadi Delta lies the Chilka Lake. It is one of the most important feature of the eastern coastal plain. Okay, students, now let us understand about the islands of India. Okay, islands are the group of land which is surrounded by the water on all its side. Okay, that is why these are unique in comparison to the rest of the land. Okay, that is mainland. In comparison to the mainland, the islands are different. Okay, because it is surrounded by water on all its sides. Now let us understand first about the Lakshadweep Island, then we will understand the Andaman and Nicobar Island. Okay, there are some points through which we will understand it in a better way. Okay, the first one is it is located close to the Malabar coast of the Kerala, which lies here, as we have already discussed. Okay, Kerala lies here. It is closer to the Malabar coast. This group of land is closer to the Malabar coast of Kerala. Okay, the next one is this group of island is composed of small coral island. These small groups of island are there, which is here is made up of coral reefs. Okay, it is actually made of corals, and that is why we also call it as a coral island. Okay, the next point is earlier they were known as Lasadeep, Minikoi and Amindeep. Okay, these are the three names which was given to the groups of island which lies here. Okay, but later on in 1973 these were named as Lakshadweep Island. Okay, this group of land was regarded as Lakshadweep Island in 1973. Before it was called by a different name, that is Lakshadweep, Minicoy and Avindip. Okay, now the next point is it covers an area of 32 square kilometers. It's not a big area, but it covers around 32 square kilometers. Okay, it's a small island and it is very close to the southern part of our country. Okay, the Kavaratti Island is the administrative headquarters of the Lakshadweep, and it is also the capital city of the Union Territory, that is Lakshadweep. Okay, now the next point is the Pitts Island, which is uninhabitable, has a bird sanctuary. Okay, uninhabitable means it is not suitable for living. Okay, but our country has built, constructed bird sanctuary in that region because these islands has got a great variety or diversity of flora and fauna. Okay, it has got a great diversity of flora and fauna. That is why in this region, that is the Pitts Island, they have made a bird sanctuary. Okay, now let us understand about the Andaman and Nicobar Island. And this island, it has got a great importance to our country. It has got a great strategic importance for our country. Okay, now let us understand about this island. These islands are bigger in size and are more numerous and scattered. Now these islands are bigger in size when we compare with the another island. These are bigger in size and are numerous and scattered. That means you can find it here that it is scattered everywhere. It is from the north to south. Okay, you can find it's a chain of islands. Okay, it is scattered and then it is numerous. That means many small islands are also there beside this big island. Okay, when we compare this island with the Lakshadweep Island, then we find that the size of this island are bigger as well as the numbers are also more. That means many islands are there, small islands, and it is scattered. Okay, now let us understand the next point. The entire group of island is divided into two broad categories. Okay, this group of island is divided into two broad categories, and that is the Andaman and Nicobar. The northern portion is called the Andaman Island and the southern one is called the Nicobar. Okay, it is believed that these are the elevated portion of submarine mountain. Now these groups of islands is believed that this is the elevated portion of the submarine mountains. For example, I will give you also on the board to make you understand. Okay, suppose this is your surface of the ocean. Okay, surface of the Bay of Bengal. This side is Bay of Bengal, this is Arabian Sea. Suppose you imagine that this is the surface of the ocean, and the mountain, submarine mountain, has rises like this. Okay, it is the elevated, its elevation is going upward. Okay, and it is coming out of the ocean. So this part of elevated surface of the submarine mountain is called island here. Okay, it is believed like that. So I hope you understood this submarine mountain. Okay, these groups of island lies close to the equator, therefore it experiences equatorial type of climate and has got great diversity of flora and fauna. It means that, as we know that our country is located close to the equator. Okay, the equator passes from the south of our country, and the Andaman and Nicobar Island is located closer to the equator. Therefore, it experiences the equatorial type of climate, and you know that with the region which is located closer to the equator, it also experiences heavy rainfall. So it has got a very dense and thick forest also. Okay, and there is a great diversity of flora and fauna available in the Andaman and Nicobar Island, as well as we have also learned that it is also available in Lakshadweep Island. I mean to say is that both the island has got great diversity of flora and fauna. Okay, I hope you understood this concept. Now we have discussed about the physical features or the physiographic divisions of India. Now let us understand some facts and some salient features which is mentioned here. Okay, the first one is the fact that is India's only active volcano is found in Andaman and Nicobar Island. Okay, the active volcanoes, India's only active volcano is found in the island of Andaman and Nicobar Island. Okay, that is the arid part of the Andaman and Nicobar Island. Okay, then the next one is your unique features of physiographic units. These are the physiographic units as we have already discussed about mountain, northern plains, plateau, coastal region and island. Let us revise this once again and then we'll understand about the features, okay, silent features of these units. The first one is mountain, major sources of water and forest well. This means mountain provide us with major sources of water and forest well. That means the river which originates in the mountain is the source of water. The glacier is also the source of water in the mountain, and in the mountain region you will find there is a thickly covered forest. That means the forest wealth is also well developed in the mountainous region. Okay, the next one is the northern plain. The granary of the country, it is also called the granary of the country. Okay, the northern plains is regarded as the granary of country because it has provided the grains to every part of the country. That means the more amount of food, the maximum food supply is from the northern plains. Okay, they provide the base for early civilization. Now we have already discussed that the river flows through the northern plains and makes it fertile. Okay, there is a source of water as well as a fertile land. So the early settlements, okay, the early civilization has developed in this region, and that is why it is regarded as the base of early civilization. Okay, now the next one is plateau. Plateau is regarded as the storehouse of minerals. It plays crucial role in industrialization of our country. Now without a metal we cannot expect for any kind of industrialization. Okay, metal is required because most of the industries cannot grow, cannot develop or cannot have an infrastructure without a metal. Okay, so that is why the plateau region of our country has provided minerals to our country, because of which our country has developed in industrial sector. Okay, the next one is coastal region. Coastal region provides site for fishing and port activity. As you can see, our coastal regions are here. Okay, located closer to the Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. Both are very important for us. Okay, here there are many ports which are located close to this coast. Okay, and another important factor is about this place is the fishing. The fishing is mostly done in this region, and those fish are exported in the foreign countries as well as within the country also it is sold. Okay, now the next one is the island. They can serve for naval base and military base for the country. Now there are many islands that can be used for the military and naval base. Okay, so that our country will be protected more effectively. One of the base is in the Port Blair of Andaman and Nicobar Island, and it is of the Indian Armed Force. Okay, our country is protected from the south, and the base is on the Port Blair of Andaman and Nicobar Island. More effective protection can be done if the base is increased in the southern portion. Okay, now with this we have completed our chapter, and I hope you have understood the concept taught in the sessions. Okay, now I am going to provide you with the home assignment, and I will be giving you the date wise activity so that you can use the time, your valuable time in studies. Okay, so please note down the home assignment. Dear student, please note down the home assignments. Okay, the home assignment I have been divided into two parts, that is assignment 1 and assignment 2. Okay, both are from exercises. Okay, in assignment 1 you are going to do exercises question number 1 and 2. These two questions you are going to solve in 3 days. You have got 3 days time to solve this question. Okay, and that is from 22nd to 24th. In assignment number 2 you are supposed to do question number 3, 4, 5 and 6, and that you are going to solve in 4 days time. Okay, that is from 25th to 28th of this month. Okay, now many students are saying that we are getting lots of homework, that we are not getting time to do the work in time. Okay, so I would have divided the work in two sections so that it will be easy to cover up the work. Okay, other assignments are also there that you are supposed to do of other subjects. Okay, but I have given you lots of time to do this work so that you will finish this work in time. Okay, so all the best, do the work properly. Take your time and do enjoy the work. Okay, now with this I would like to take a leave from the session. Take care, stay safe. Thank you.